So today I'm going to show you my stamps of Papua New Guinea. And before I actually go through the stamps, I just wanted to say a few facts of the country, right? So Papua New Guinea is in Oceania and is in the eastern half of the island of New Guinea. And also they speak more than 800 languages in that country, so it's amazing linguistically talking. And most of the people, they live in the countryside. And now another fact in here, remember this fact, sweet potato is the #1 food crop grown and consumed in the country. Okay, that's interesting. And also is a full member of the Commonwealth, and the first stamp was issued in 1901 under the name of British New Guinea. Now, if we look at the map, so here is the island of New Guinea. So on the right side, that's Papua New Guinea. Now, not always was actually divided as a one area. In the past, you know, like at the end of the 19th century, there was 2 territories. The top part was that German New Guinea, and the bottom part was the British New Guinea. Now, the German New Guinea eventually Australia took over that part and became the territory of New Guinea, and the British New Guinea became Papua. And after World War II, after they got rid of the Japanese, they invaded the island to be close to Australia, and they became Papua New Guinea. Papua and New Guinea, actually. That was the initial name. So at the bottom here, you see the flag of Papua New Guinea. On the right side, you see this bird that is called a paradise bird. There are many species. I think there's like a 40-something species of this type of bird, and most of them, the big majority, are in Papua New Guinea. Okay. Now on the left side, you see this is the Southern Cross constellation, right? So it's like a crossing here plus a small star. Let's go to the stamp now. Let's look at this stamp. Let's just look at the name first, okay? So the first one, 1901, was British New Guinea. It's not just always like a one set, right? It's not just one stamp. I just put one in here just to show you, but it's like a set. So British New Guinea. Then after that, it changed to Papua. Then after World War II was Papua and New Guinea. And then in the early 70s became Papua New Guinea. Now, let's go back to the first stamp, right? You see this sailing watercraft is called Laatoi. So you're going to see it in many of the stamps in here. Okay, so I guess they just love it for the stamps and they put it everywhere. So you see this type of sailing boat. This is typical of this area of Papua New Guinea. So you're going to see it a lot. And you see it in the second stamp too here. Now, in the third stamp in here, you see something that this like a wooden construction, like a cabin type, right? But actually, nobody lives in here. This is not for people. This is to store food. So do you have any idea what do they store in here? Sweet potatoes, yams, sweet potatoes. What is interesting in here, you know, this is called a Kiriwina yam house. And when this house is full of sweet potatoes, that's a kind of a very prestige and power shows. So to have a full house is being somebody very respectful in Papua New Guinea. And also, you probably have noticed the currency, right? So they use this British currency so far. Now, when we look at the last stamp in here, you see the bird of paradise. They are very colorful. I don't know if you ever have seen it, but I saw once in Netflix there is a show in there, and you see these birds dancing. You know, they do this mating dance. It's amazing. You know, if you haven't seen it, you should really take a look. I mean, you're going to laugh a lot. As me and my wife, we were really laughing in the way they were dancing, and they are very colorful and beautiful too. Okay, so now I'm going to go to show the stamps. Now, what did I say about the Laatoi? They love this picture, right? So it's going to be everywhere, and this is not it. There's going to be more than this, okay? But so let's start. So at the beginning, you know, there was under the name of British New Guinea, and I think after 5 years they printed this. They put that they changed the name to Papua, and so they was overprinted in here. I think this is the last one, and then here they printed. I think it's a different type of size of letter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on, they decided actually they just put it directly inscribed in the stamp Papua. But the pictures and the colors are very, very similar. And then I think they changed again the size of that letters, but besides that, there was no major change. Let's go to the second page. Again, Laatoi is everywhere, right? Oh, here actually you see a couple of perfumes.
Those are official stamps. OS. They're officials.
Officials, okay. Okay, continue. Now, before inside of the Laatoi was black, and now it's just the same color of the stamp. And then they goes back and they put black inside again, you know. So it's then here you see some surcharge, you know, 1 penny. Let's go to the next page. Now on the top, you still see a few more Laatois, right, with the different values. And then after that, you see some things of their daily life, you know. Here on the left, you see this bird of paradise, right? And this is a task of a boar. Now, this is like a mother and a child, just daily things. This, I guess this is a fisherman using a bow and an arrow to fish, I guess, yeah. This is an art. Now here you see another view of a Laatoi. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these stamps are engraved too. Not all, but now these stamps are the same ones as before, but they have this overprinting that for the Jubilee of the...
The Jubilee was for George V, who died a year later.
Now here you see George VI in this stamp. Now, and this is printed, I think, 1936. Now these are the last stamps before World War II. Yeah, so this is the last stamp in here. So after World War II, you know, they consolidated Papua and the territory of New Guinea that used to be German New Guinea in the past, and became Papua and New Guinea. Yeah, and then you see another bird of paradise in here. This is stamp didn't fit in here, so they are sideways, but this is the yam house. Then we continue with the stamps. This one is double in here because this is a specimen stamp, sample stamp. Now, we're going to start seeing a lot of animals, plants, flowers, all of that. Now, the biodiversity in Papua New Guinea is amazing. They said that they have more than 20,000 different species of plants, hundreds of different species of fishes, birds. I read that was 150,000 different species of insects too. So it's incredible, incredible. You see another bird of paradise. See the queen in here, and we see similar stamps almost everywhere about malaria. These are just some activities they do. And, now here, these are birds of paradise. This maybe is doing his dance right now. This is the male and the female here. They just incredible, very colorful, and it's just amazing. This is a wooden carving. Now, this is Simpson and the donkey, right? Is anybody familiar with this?
No.
Simpson and the donkey? Okay, so this is from World War I. So this is Simpson on the right. So this is, he was some type of paramedic. Okay. And he was from the Australian, New Zealand Army Corps. So they are celebrating here 50 years. So during the war, he used his donkey to get the people that was hurt to take it to the places where they were going to be taken care, right? So that's the reason I guess they did and he died in the war, actually. Okay, some United Nations stamps in here. Now, here you see these butterflies. These are not regular butterflies. These are called bare wing butterflies. They are mainly in Papua New Guinea. I think you may find it some other places in Africa, but so the reason they call it like that, because they say that with their wings, the extension of their wings, they similar to small birds, you know, so they call it bare wing butterflies. Then some flowers or plants here. Now some insects. Remember, I said it's 150,000 different types of insects. These are beetles, I think. Yeah. Some more birds and frogs in here. Some type of shells. Yeah, they're coral too. They said it's just incredible amount of variety they have. Some musical instruments. I think it's another bird in here. Now, I don't know if I didn't mention, I forgot to mention, but you see the currency in here, right?
Yeah.
It changed, right? At one point it changed. In 1966, they went to the decimal system and they started using the Australian dollar.
Because it changed, they lose the and in the top line.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So that means that we are more or less at the beginning of the 70s here. And you see some more reptiles in here.
Stamps on stamps.
Yeah, it seems to be quite a few of those, right? Now, these stamps in here, let me go, the ones on the top, these are from the German part of New Guinea, the top part before Australia took over. And these are from the British, right? And this is that queen. Actually, that queen went to Papua New Guinea, and I think she was there like a couple of times. And this is one of the trips where she was there. So more birds and different activities. coral and birds of prey. And these are just blocks in here. I think these are just blocks. These are blocks of that. This birds of paradise. Some more blocks in here. These are some snails, and this is the golden cowrie. The reason I know this one because I have this one in my house. I mean, I have actually that the shell. Yeah, very nice. Now you see also that the currency here, right? In 1975, Papua New Guinea got independence from Australia because Australia actually was administrating both sides at one point. That the German side initially and the British, and so after the independence, before the independence, they were using the Australian dollar, as we saw before, right? And now, when they got the independence in 75, they changed to, I think it's called Papua New Guinea Kina, and that's equivalent to 100 toas, and that's what it is, the T. Now here, because these are just blocks, you see the sense, but actually that's these are all older stamps. Now these are male stamps, right? This is just one block for male stamps. And that was when the name was still Papua here. I think there is a few more male stamps here. Now, these ones in here are postage due stamps. Now, I don't know, see, in all the stamps in here, they put a new value, but they left the old value, right? Now, they did the same thing in here, right? But then, for some reason, they reprinted this one, and they cross out that the old value. Only they did it with this. Not sure what is the reason, but they did that. And these are yes, official stamps. And this is just a booklet of stamps. So some more blocks, frogs in here, and the booklet. A few more blocks, and I guess this is like a souvenir sheet. Now, this stamp, you know, there is like a little story here that takes 3 stamps. So this is about a Catholic Church 100th anniversary, I guess, in Papua New Guinea. In case you see the priest in here. So the story continued to 3 stamps in here. Now, these are dancers. And again, it's a story that continues to 5 stamps. So it starts in here and ends in here, in the 5th stamp. Some festival, yeah, Festival of the Arts they had in here. Now, this is getting close to the end. These are just birthday covers. They have that, the bird of paradise and the birdwing butterfly. They have some insects in here. And a few more covers. This is it. Yes.